Hello everybody, welcome back to another Expeditions Guide. Today we're taking a look at Gone with the Wind. This is a contract in the East Beskids region. This contract is unlocked after completing the Blast from the Past expedition. And we're going to be using the SIRO 72, and I do have with me a set of anchors because the route I'm going to be taking you on is going to require some clever winching, and we may need to put some anchors down just to help out with that. So real quick, where we're trying to go is right down here. There is a shortcut through the forest here that we can use to get this done a lot quicker. However, if, you know, a risky one, if you want to play it safe, you can head south here and across the islands over to this spot, and then you just have to bring it up to the observatory so you can head back and along this ridge. That is the longer and safer route, but I'm going to show you guys the quicker route that I found. So, to start off, we're going to head from the northeast outpost here, and we're going to go right across the swamp, right over here, and then we're just going to cut through the forest, and then through the second little swamp, up through the mountain, and down to the observatory. Now we're going to go around the observatory, and right through here is a pile of rocks that we're going to be able to climb over with some winching using the trees to get down to the equipment box, and then we just have to bring it back up the cliff and over to the observatory. So that is what we're going to be doing. So let me go ahead and I will show you how it's done. So starting off, we're just going to head off to the west out of the outpost here. Pointer out of the way for you. And right over here, we're going to put it into low gear and just get through this mud. And we're just going to take this little path right here to go around the snow. Best we can, anyway. And once again, we're going to go right through the mud. We're just going to cross this little snow patch right here, head on back down through the mud, and we're going to head over to the left here, and we're just going to cut right through this shallow snow patch here. And right over here through some more mud. We're just going to cross the swamp here, so we're going to use low gear just to get across. We're just going to stay right on the edge here through the snow, and we're going to cut right in between these two trees in front of us. Here we're just going to cross through the water and up into this hill. So we're just going to follow this clearing up and around the hill, and then right on back down here. And that is going to cut out a lot of this travel through the swamp. And right over here, we're going to cross over these rocks. We're just going to go right through the snow and cross over the rocks on the other side. And right here, we're going to cross the water. Right here, this is a tricky spot. It's hard to see, but there are some dips in the snow here. But we're just going to go right across here. And right around these trees. And down through here into the snow. Once again, we're going to put it in low plus and just cruise right on through the snow here. We're actually going to knock over these little trees as we make our way through here. It's just going to clear us a path here. Alright, now we're going to cut through the forest clearing and head on over to the left. And then right over here, we're going to go around the left side of this rock, just because the ground is a little shallower here. And we're just going to climb on out of this mud pit and head up the hill towards the observatory. And right now I'm just keeping the car in low gear, just gives us a little bit more traction through the snow. Just pull us out of there. Right around these trees, through another little snow patch, and that is going to get us to the observatory. So once we're up at the observatory, we're going to head around the back side and go around the big telescope. Once we get around there, we're going to head down through the forest here. And right here, we're going to see a bunch of trees. And there's some rocks on the other side of these trees. So what we want to do is knock down this little tree here. That is going to give us some space to get through here. And what we're going to do is use the winch. We're just going to bolt ourselves right to this tree here. And we're just going to lower the slack out of the winch as we make our way down the rocks. That is just going to keep the truck nice and stable. And once we get to the bottom, we can release. From here, we're just going to go right around the trees, over this rock. There we go. My reverse wasn't. There we go. And we're just going to go right around the back side of this cluster of trees here. You can knock this one down, push it out of the way, whatever you need to do. And this is going to be our equipment pickup. So go ahead and add the equipment box to your inventory. And then we're going to go ahead and get turned around. And just for a point of reference, this is where we are at. So we're going to go ahead and head back up the hill over those rocks and deliver this to the observatory. So just like we did on the way here, we're going to go right around these trees and then head up the hill. Just going to snake our way through the trees here. We're going to just position ourselves right on these rocks. And I'm going to apply the handbrake. I'm just going to roll backwards. Okay. Alright, Alright, so we don't need to be that close to the rocks here. This is far enough right here. What's going on? There we go, that's what we need. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to grab onto this tree over on our left. There we go. Where's it going? This one right here. That is the tree we need to grab onto. Right there. And we're going to go ahead and pull the winch and just pull us up over these rocks using this tree. There we go. Once we get turned around, go in the right direction. I know it's a little tricky to maneuver through here, but it does save a ton of time versus going through all those islands. Anyway, we're going to head right on down through here. And right over here is going to be our drop-off location. So go ahead and deliver the equipment box, and that is going to complete Gone with the Wind, and that is going to unlock the UOD 3 tires for the Tron VR0D. So, hope you guys enjoyed this guide. Let me know what you think, and until next time, I'll see you in the wilds. Bye-bye.